Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a makeup tutorial type thing. I already put all my foundation primers and stuff on. I lost the clips of that. I accidentally deleted them. But the foundation I use is the what is this? The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 228 Soft Tan. So now all I'm doing is priming my eyelids. I'm using the Rimmel Exaggerate Undercover eyeshadow primer and the e.l.f. primer because I do have very oily eyelids, so I use two primers to help, and they make my shadows last all day. I don't have smudges, creasing, nothing like that. So yeah, just gonna pop that on there and get the ball rolling. I haven't done a voiceover in like forever, so it's weird just sitting here talking to myself. It's like 12 o'clock and nobody's home. Well, everybody's sleeping and I'm just sitting there by myself. So yeah, I'll have a full list of all the products that I used in the description bar. I did film an eyebrow tutorial, that's why my brows are on already. So yeah, that should be my next video up after this one. Okay, so now I'm going to start into the eyeshadows. When I zoom in, the quality gets really bad because I had to switch my cameras because one of the batteries died and I don't have a backup. So, but for this whole look, I'm using my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. I did an unboxing of this. I'll have it linked below. So the first two shades that I pick up in the palette are Zone and Anaheim. Excuse me. And I use both of those colors. They're matte brown shades. One's a bit cooler tone, one's a bit warm. And I mix those and put them in the transition because I'm going to make this a smoky look. There's going to be some purples and some blacks in there. So I like to use a light brown to transition into those darker shades. Yes, that's all we're doing. And the quality got a little bad. I'm trying to edit it to make it look better, but it's not working. So we're just going to put that in the crease, a little above the crease, and just work that in, blend it out, you know, so there's no harsh lines. And if you hear any background noise throughout this video, I do have my fan on because it's extremely hot in my room. So yeah, just gonna put that out there so you guys know. And I'm just jamming out. So if you see me singing, dancing, doing some shenanigans. So now I'm going to go into grab a purple shade in the palette. It's called Punk. It's a really nice, deep, purpley, winey color. Oh, I love it. To put in my crease and smoke out, like have a nice smoky eye. I don't know. This palette is so amazing. Ever since I've got it, I feel like I've used nothing but the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. It's all I use for everything. It has anything from neutral shades to like pops of color and everything. This is like my go-to palette right now. So what I'm doing is I'm using the Urban Decay brush that came in my Naked palette. So I'm just taking a very little of the purple and putting it on the outer portion of my eye and then blending it out. And then packing more color on and then blending it out. I feel like that's easier for me because when I put too much color on, it's a little harder to blend out and it never looks right. So this way you have more control over how dark you want it, how smoky, and things like that. So put a little on, blend it out. Put more on, blend that out. Until I get the desired smokiness, if that makes any sense. just going to take a small flat shader brush. I know you can barely see because I zoomed in a little too far and I was bent down a little too much. So I'm just going to take a flat shader brush and go into Blackout in the palette, which is this nice matte black shade. And I'm just going to do the same thing as what I did with the purple. Take a little bit of the black, put it on, and then blend it out. With a black shadow, that's what you want to do because black is such a harsh color. It can either be too intense or very hard to blend out, and it could just get all messy, get everywhere, and just look like you got punched in the face. And that's not what we want. So I'm just going to take the shader brush, put a little bit on. I'm just focusing on the outer V of my eye just to add more depth and dimension. And we'll add a little more smokiness to the look. So I'm just going to add a little color, blend it out, pack more on, blend it out, you know. But don't forget to blend, blend, blend. That is very important when you're working with a black shadow. So now I'm just doing the same thing for the other eye, the same exact thing, putting the purple on, blending it out, packing more color on, and then adding the black, you know how that goes. I don't know if this voiceover is that loud. I don't know. My computer sucks. I got it fixed, and I feel like it's worse than when I sent it in. But hey, what are you gonna do? And I know my whole eye gets cut out quite a few times because I zoomed in too far because I thought since I wasn't zoomed in you couldn't really see what I was doing, but I feel like it would have been fine if I didn't zoom in. And I just need to buy more batteries for my camera so we don't have to use shitty cameras, pretty much. And I sing a lot. And I don't know if this happens to anybody else that, well, with me, my eyes are two different shapes, and one's a bit more hooded, I think that's what it's called. So they never come out exactly the same. They're a little different with like the way they look with the shadows and stuff. That's just because one eye is bigger than the other. Don't forget to blend, 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 and blend some more. You know, my nose was a little itchy, I had to scratch it with a brush. I was not picking my nose. And I like to, after like I'm done with like the base of the color how I want it, I like to look back in the mirror, see what needs more, what needs more blending and stuff like that. Because, you know, could never, ever blend, overblend. That's what I'm trying to say. And once I feel like it's perfect, I am done. So now I'm going to take Blondie and Bathwater from the palette and use that as my all over the eyelid color. But after I realized that it's not bright enough for me, because I don't know, I like my inner corners and like the inner part of my lids to be really bright, I go into my Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette and I combined Combust and 13, which is like these two light shadows. One's a brown and one's like a white color, more like a brow bone highlight shade. Just because I am obsessed with really bright inner corners and inner lids. And you can't really see what I'm doing because it's so far zoomed in. I didn't realize I'm nearsighted, so I couldn't see distance. Like, I can't see distance-wise. So I was squinting, and I felt like it looked right. I need to get a double-sided mirror so I can have one all up in my face. But I just haven't found a really good one. But yeah, so I'm going to pat that on my lid, and then I'm just going to blend it in with the crease colors, and so it doesn't look harsh. It looks seamless and flawless and gorgeous. You go from a dark color to a light color. And then I'm using my my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. I put like 1 or 2 coats of this on my lashes before I apply my liner. And I do apply my liquid liner off camera because I have to get so close to the mirror because I am blind. So, and I'm never in frame. So as you can see, by the power of editing, my wings are on. And I'm just going to put a few more coats of the Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. And I don't curl my lashes because I've had issues with eyelash curlers. They would rip my lashes out. I don't know why. Even when I put new beds in them, and yeah, they just rip my eyelashes out. And like I said, I will have a full list of every single product that I use down below, and with my eyebrows too. You know, I put a bunch of coats on, make them nice and full and gorgeous looking, because you know, I don't have any more false lashes. I let my sister borrow a pair of them, and that was my last pair. So I just like to take my foundation brush and just go over my face a little bit, just to make sure all the foundation's in. And then I am using my Sonia Kashuk concealer in light. And I just use that to conceal and highlight under my eyes. I got that from Target a long time ago. I am running low on that concealer, so hopefully they still have it, or I have to go online and find it. Yeah, so. And I like to highlight in a triangle shape motion, whatever you want to call it. I learned from Nicole Guerrero because it's better that way than just doing like a half moon under your eye. Because as you probably can see or tell in some of the clips before, that I have really heavy bags under my eyes because I don't get any sleep because I have insomnia. So I get extremely large bags under my eyes, and by concealing in the triangle motion, it pretty much covers them and hides them a bit. So I'm just going to take a stippling brush and just blend that out because I don't have any more beauty blenders because my dog jumped up on my vanity and he ate a beauty blender. Well, he didn't eat it. I caught it in time, but he ripped it to shreds. And I just ordered like 3 or 4, and I'm definitely going to lock them away and keep them from him. So yeah, I'm just going to blend that out. I like to, I know it looks like I'm being really harsh under my eyes, but I'm not. It's just, I sped it up a bit because I sit there and blend my concealer for like 5 minutes just to make sure it's perfect. But you just want to like push it into the skin and not rub. So yeah, be very gentle because your eyes are the most delicatest things on your face. And I have a habit of poking myself in the eye. Okay, so after I tap my concealer out, I like to bake underneath my eyes, not only to set, but just to keep it nice and bright all day, because I'm looking for a really good concealer that keeps, like, it's like super brightening under my eyes. So I use 2 different setting powders to set under my eyes. The first one that you guys are going to see is a banana powder from, this is brand, Bella Pierre, I think that's how you spell it, Cosmetics. Excuse me, I got, a little sample size of it in my Ipsy bag. I will leave a link down below. I think this might be the full size actually. I will leave a link to their website down below. So I like to tap out the concealer, but look up and tap out the concealer and then set it, because I feel like this concealer kind of creases a little bit, and by tapping it out while you're looking up, it'll get the creases out and you won't set the creases. You know what I mean? Understand what I mean? Yeah. So, and I like to use a banana powder first because the banana powder is a very good setting powder for under the eyes, because I don't know, it just like is so brightening, I feel. without that cast under your eyes when you brush it away, like that odd white cast that it leaves, like translucent setting powders do. So the next setting powder that I use is the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder in translucent, because it just makes it nice and smooth underneath my eyes, and it just feels amazing, and it adds another bright color, but it's not so harsh and it doesn't leave that white cast. That's the only reason why I don't wear the NYC one by itself, is because that it leaves that odd white cast under my eyes that I do not like. That's why I use the banana powder with it. So it's perfect and nice and highlighted under my eyes. And like I said, I bake under my eyes, if I didn't say that already. I'm talking too much. It feels weird doing a voiceover. I don't know. Let me know if you guys like voiceovers or talk throughs better. Maybe I'll do both. You should definitely follow me on Snapchat, because I do snap as I'm doing my makeup. So yeah. So as I'm letting that bake under my eyes, I'm going to contour. The only thing that I use is the e.l.f. bronzer palette, and I use the two shades, the light shade and then the darker one, to contour my face, because I feel like they just work so good together, and for my skin tone, because at the moment I'm not pale, but I'm not tan. I'm like in the middle. So both of these combined work phenomenal with my skin tone, and with this brush, it just makes my contour so much better. It gets in there nicely. But when I contour, I like to go a little bit above the like where you would contour your cheek, like under your cheekbone. I go a little bit above, just so when it, like throughout the day, it'll settle nicely where it's supposed to be, instead of underneath the contour line. So you don't have to sit there and bank. What? So you don't have to sit there and bake under your contour line. And I just do a little on my nose, just to slim it down a little bit, because I do have a flat nose. And then I'm going to blend it out. And the brush that I'm using for my contour, I got on Amazon for like $2. I will leave it linked below. I know e.l.f. makes one, but it's bigger. This one's nice and thin. And I'm just using a tapered duo fiber brush. It's by Crown. And I'm just using that to blend out my contour. Just so it's nice and seamless and makes those cheekbones pop. Because you know we gotta be like Angelina Jolie. I wish I had her cheekbones. Huh. And I'm singing Zayn right now. Because you know, hey, he is bae. Am I right? Am I right? And then I'm going to take it's a bronzer by Pacifica. I don't have the bronzer with me, like right near me, but I will have it linked down below, the name of it. I think it's Sunkissed, but it's by Pacifica. And it's this nice bronzer. I think it's a warm tone bronzer with a very little shimmer, not a lot. And since I forgot to set my foundation and stuff, I'm just going to set my face where I didn't put powder. And I used the CoverGirl Clean Matte Powder Foundation for oil control in 535 medium light, because my store is out of the darker shade, but this one works perfectly fine for my skin tone. It's CoverGirl Clean Matte Pressed Powder Oil Control, and this leaves you matte. If you are not a fan of like matte foundations, I'm not sure if this would be good. Well, it's a good powder just to like touch up your face with throughout the day, because it does get rid of all that oiliness. Well, I do blot and then put powder on, but it gets rid of that shine, and it's and then if you start to get oily after that, it like sucks it up. Like I feel like when I feel like myself getting oil, I'm like, oh, I I need to go blot. And I look at my face and I'm like, wait, but I'm not shiny. And I'm like, huh, this powder is like sucking up my oils on my face, which sounds gross. So then I'm just going to take another like little tiny flat brush and go into that punk shade and blackout and just smoke out my lower lash line, just so there's a balance between the eye look. I don't really like putting shadows under there because I get it in my eyeball and it itches and burns. So I'm just gonna remove the powder under my eyes, and I'll put bottom mascara on. You know, gotta have them bottom lashes popping out. And I'm actually singing Selena. I love her. She is the Spanish gorgeousness that was taken from our lives. I am Puerto Rican, by the way, so yeah. It is 12:33 right now where I am. Well, technically it's Wednesday, 9/14/2016, obviously. I wanted to have this video uploaded on Tuesday because my upload schedule is going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and probably Sunday because it's the weekend, because I do have to go to physical therapy Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, so every other day I was going to film, edit, upload, and stuff like that because it's easier, but it takes me like 2 days to edit a video because I import it, then I get all the clips, whatever. I think I just put my blush on. Yeah, I put my blush on. I used 2 NYX blushes in Pinched and Mocha. I combine those and put them on my face. And I'm using this little Ulta brush to put on my highlight. I used the highlight from the the BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel palette. I used the 2 highlight shades in there because just look at that glow though. Cause yeah, I know I put a little bit too much on my lip and my nose, but like, can you see that glow? Just look at the glow on the face. It's just phenomenal. And here comes my brother because he's looking for sneakers. So I'm just going to take this lip liner from BH Cosmetics. It's in Rosy. It's like a nudie pink color. It is super gorgeous. I love it. I'm just going to use it to line and fill in my lips because I'm going to be using a liquid lipstick from Stilla. And if I don't line my lips sometimes, them liquid lipsticks just begin all over my lips. And it don't be looking too cute there. So I'm just going to use that lip liner and line my lips. So I've been into lip liners lately and liquid lipsticks. I still wear normal lipsticks, of course. So I'm taking the Stilla liquid Stay All Day liquid lipstick in Caramello. And it's just this nude color, which is fabulous. I love using this in like the middle of my lips just to add like a little highlight, like ombre type thing when I wear like a darker liquid lip. And it's just amazing. So after I put that on, we are all done with the video. Sorry this voiceover sucked. It was all over the place because I don't know. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys. Love you.
Now highlight is like